I never actually did very much about this wall in my living room. The only thing I did was paint it, and then I created 2 art pieces out of plaster that I never actually finished because they turned out to be too small. I'm not very happy with this wall. I don't like the color. I have no idea what to do with it, so if you do have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments. But until then, we will be creating some bigger art pieces. So, off to find some fabric. I went to my local fabric store, and I actually was looking for a fabric that had a little bit of a vintage feel. I came home with this, which is a beautiful fabric. It has a flower pattern in there. The only big downside of this is that it's very stretchy, so I have to make very sure when I put it onto the frame that I don't stretch it too much and the pattern will look weird, but I think it'll work fine. The only thing we need for this project is the fabric, my staple thingy, and some wood. So I decided that the frames had to be about 80 centimeters high and 50 centimeters wide. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of 80 centimeters long and then cut 3 pieces of 46 because that is 50 centimeters minus the 2 centimeters thickness of the 2 longer pieces. I'm going to screw this together just the way I showed you, but I will be drilling some holes in everything before I put the screws in because I'm pretty sure if I don't, these will split. Obviously, I wanted 2 art pieces on the wall, so I got enough fabric for 2 frames. I'm just gonna cut it in half and then start to attach it to the frame. So I just very carefully and evenly pull the sides around the frame. I then staple one side, then staple the opposite side, and do that for the sides as well. I then simply continued stapling along the edges and leaving about 10 to 50 centimeters between each staple. However, I do not staple the corners yet. Now, I'm sure there is a science to folding these corners correctly. I have no idea what it is. I simply folded it so that it looked okay. I do not know how technically correct my method was, but it worked. And that's it. Very easy, very fast. And the best thing is that if I get tired of this pattern, I can simply change it. I go to my fabric store, get new fabric, slap it on there. Now what am I gonna do about that wall though? Yesterday, I put the pieces onto the wall. And by the time I got to doing that, I realized that every minute I looked at that wall, it became more ugly. So I thought, you know what? I have had it. I'm going to figure out a new color. So I went online, I looked for some inspiration. I actually found some beautiful pictures that I really liked the vibe of. So I was gonna go for a soft, mossy, olivey green, if that makes sense. The thing is, although this sounds like a great plan, I really suck at this. I cannot for the life of me choose the right color. I am always disappointed. I'm always choosing one that is too dark or too light. And so this time I went to the store and I got a lot of these little paint colored papers. We settled on a color called green tea, and here it began. So while that is drying, the package arrived. We ordered a beautiful chair that we saw in a store yesterday, and it already came in, which is really fast. Look at this. Just need to unpack it. Here's what it looks like now, and I don't hate it, but it's definitely too dark. It's too dark, so I changed it. I will show you what it looks like now, but there will definitely be another video in the future where I will redo this entire living room. Thank you for watching though. Bye.